What up, losers?
And a very special shout out to all of my class of 2021 losers. So, a little bit about me. I am someone who has never really been a fan of extravagance. I don't really go to parties, I don't put much thought into what I wear, obviously, and I don't really get caught up with frivolous things such as high school traditions. However, every so often, I just like to let loose and be a normal teenager. I was going to do this last year for my birthday party. I was going to be throwing this awesome party with all my friends, there was going to be decorations, food, I was going to be wearing makeup. But then a huge windstorm hit my house, knocking our power out for 4 days and also knocking many power lines and trees into the roads, making them undrivable. So needless to say, I didn't really get to have the same birthday experience that I planned for. Similarly, this year I turned 18 and I was planning on throwing a big party to celebrate my transition into adulthood. But then COVID-19 saw my party plans and said, yeah, how about no? And finally, senior year. I am a senior this year, and senior year at my school is something that is very celebrated. I go to a K-12 school. I've been there for 15 years, and I have been looking forward to some of these senior traditions for over a decade now. I was going to participate in the stupid homecoming dress-up days, go to school dances, and just enjoy being a high schooler. But it looks like that is not going to happen. Even if my school goes back to in-person learning, it is fair to say that those senior traditions will just fall by the wayside. Some of them just can't be done socially distant, and others just aren't people's top priority right now. And originally I was just going to accept my fate that I was going to have a crap senior year. But then I thought, no, I have worked way too hard throughout my high school career to just leave on a sour note. I want to leave with a bang. So what if we can't have our silly little senior traditions? We don't need to be at a school to do that. We can just do them ourselves. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be recreating as many senior traditions as I can so I can have somewhat of a normal senior year. And I know it won't really be the same, but honestly, who cares? At the very least, I'll have fun. And that's all I really want to do right now. Have fun. So let's just get started. So at my school, on the first day of school, the seniors have a big senior breakfast and all of them dress up. The girls all wear white and the boys all wear black. So let me just go find a white dress. Okay, so let's see if I can find a white dress. Okay, so I have 2 white dresses. I don't know, this one seems too formal. I think I'm gonna wear this one. I hope it still fits me. Okay, it still fits me. After like 5 years of owning this dress, we have not grown one bit. All right, now I'm going to do my hair and makeup. Welcome to my bathroom, losers. I know you've wanted to see it for a long time, and here we are. So, I don't know. I feel like I should like curl my hair and make it nice, but honestly, I kind of think that this bun that I hold up with a pencil is good enough, but I feel like that's just the lazy way out. We gotta do something with this mess of hair. I don't usually like do my hair or wear makeup, but we're doing it now. I'm gonna start by putting on foundation. Okay, I think I did it. Right? Okay. Eyeshadow. I hate all the eyeshadow I have, so I'm gonna use bronzer as eyeshadow. Oh gosh, I got my eye. I think that's good enough. If the eyeshadow looks terrible, you can always cover it behind eyelashes. Same thing with eyeliner, which I am definitely about to butcher. I hate this. My dog's barking! Lovely! I'm left-handed. So doing it on my right eye is like impossible. At one point or another, I just have to grab onto my eyelashes and pull them downward to be able to get eyeliner on. That's how bad I am at this. Okay, that's rough. That is not good. This was such a bad idea. Why would I think that this would be entertaining? Me haphazardly struggling at doing makeup.
Oh my gosh, people will love it.
This is bad. This is bad. This is just bad. This is not good. Okay, blush. Yay. Because this can only get better. No. No! No, no, no. We are taking powder foundation and covering this mess up. I tried, right? Isn't that what matters? I tried. Lipstick. We're not going for bright pink. No way. I'm in a dark mood right now. Going for whatever the hell this is. Ew, gross. What have I done? Hair I can like kind of do. No, I can't. I mean, can I? If you guys can't tell, I chopped my hair off. Aww. I'm really sad. It used to go all the way down here, and now it's like here. And my hair hasn't been this short in years. It was borderline a weapon at one point. I could like whip it around and just knock people out. I miss those days. At one point, I like practiced doing my hair a lot, but now I literally just keep it in a bun all day. Like it's never down. Okay, hair is curled. I'm not saying I look good, but at least I put effort into the outfit, and that's what matters. But now, we feast. I am so hungry. Okay, losers, welcome to the quarantine senior breakfast. I was able to get vegan chocolate chip pancakes from a local vegan diner, and we are just going to eat them together. Usually I think there's some sort of PowerPoint or like slideshow that like the Parents Association shows of their kids growing up, but I think I'm gonna have to settle for rereading my school's yearbook. But let's taste these pancakes. Okay, those are really good. And yeah, so we completed the senior breakfast tradition. You know what they say, losers, another day, another senior tradition to recreate. So, at my school, we have this huge water tower that I hope doesn't hold our water anymore, because it's tradition that every single year the seniors get to paint the water tower. And again, I go to a K through 12 school. I've been looking at this water tower for 15 years, wanting to paint it so bad, and now I don't even know if that's gonna happen. Usually it's super fun. You get together with all your friends, you know, there's food trucks, you make a design. But from what I've heard, the plan right now is that like in a few months we can go paint it, but only 5 at a time, and we can't really be too social. And so I've opted to paint a water bottle alone. How is this a better plan? You know why it's better? Because I get to spend the time with my losers, and I love my losers. This water bottle I got 4 years ago when I went on my first college visit. Also, since I am anti-consumerist, I did not go out to Michael's or Joann's or whatever to like buy a ton of paint. I instead opted to use the definitely expired paint that I found around my house. I literally do not care because I am not an artist and this will turn out looking bad no matter what type of paint I use, but at least I am putting this expired paint to use. Can paint expire? Well, if paint can't expire, then we're gonna have to try to come up with a term for whatever happens to paint after it gets to this state. And while we are doing this, we're gonna be combining it with another senior tradition. Guys, we're doing double the traditions today. I'm getting a little too ahead of myself over here. I think like every single month, the Parents Association puts out a table and gives out cupcakes to whatever senior students have a birthday that month. So I will be eating a vegan cupcake. I went to a local bakery that has vegan cupcakes and I just asked them to not put it in a box, and I then plopped it into my little cup. Okay, this is gonna be fun. And so we're just gonna create a really spunky design. I think I'm going to write my name. Oh, that's definitely hardened. Let's see what we got. Ooh, I'm not sure if this is paint anymore. Oh, no. You know what? Let's, maybe I just won't write anything and just go for a Jackson Pollock approach. Okay, I think I need a smaller brush, and I'm going to use this dark green. Also, I've just realized my hand is covered in paint.
So how am I gonna eat my cupcake?
Okay, here we go. That's a name, right? Here's the thing. Would I rather have my terrible artwork plastered on a water tower in front of everyone, or would I rather have it in a place where no one can see it? I think in a place where no one can see it. Okay, that's definitely my name. You're gonna have to squint, but I mean, that's my name. Okay, I think that isn't half bad. I mean, come on. Like, you can see the effort, right? Okay, we gotta figure out what to do with the other side. I think I'm gonna write a G for my school's name. Oh, there we go. Wow. This is a big yikers right here. Also, my hand is now covered in paint, but it's time for stickers! I'm gonna put a sticker here and a sticker here. Sticker's definitely going over here. I could just, like, wipe all this paint off where I messed up, but do I want... Now we have this. I have a green thumb. More stickers. Okay, so we got my name. We got a G. We got some stars. What else? I have some twine. Is this twine? We're just gonna tie it around. Wow, look at that. We're gonna let this dry, and I'm going to eat my cupcake. But first I need to wash my hands because, oh my gosh, I've made a mess. It's time. Cupcake review. I haven't had a cupcake in a long time. Oh my gosh, that's so delicious. Maybe just because I haven't had like cake in a long time, but this just tastes so refreshing. Okay, this is amazing. I'm gonna finish eating it, wait for this to dry, and then we can move on to our next tradition. Hello losers, and welcome to Homecoming Week. It is a very fitting title this year since it will be taking place at home. There are many senior homecoming traditions at my school that we're gonna have to figure out how to do, so let's just get into them. The first one is themed dress-up days. This year, as the president and sole member of the homecoming committee, I get to decide what our dress-up days are. So one of the cool things about picking out the homecoming dress-up days is that I get to design the dress-up days around what I have in my closet. Many times there are themed dress-up days that I just cannot dress up for. Jersey Day, bold of you to assume that I own a jersey. Twin Day, bold of you to assume that I have friends. But this year it's great because I literally get to pick out whatever I want to wear. So before I pick out the dress-up days, I need to decide on the homecoming theme. The theme is what we base our decorations off of, and it's also what we base one of the dress-up days off of. But since I want homecoming to be relatively easy for myself, I wanted to choose a theme that I feel like encapsulates the general vibe in this house already. So the 2020 homecoming theme is going to be chaos. I picked chaos because I feel like it already encapsulates everything about this homecoming. So not much work for me to do there. Okay, next is Monday. For Monday, it's pretty tradition for us to do a PJ day. So I'm gonna do that. I've been thinking about this one a lot. And for Tuesday, I kind of want to do like some sort of throwback day. When I was in 5th and 6th grade, I had quite an impeccable wardrobe and I would like to recreate that. But for Tuesday, I'm gonna do throwback. Okay, now for Wednesday, I kind of want to do like a beach day. I do own a single bathing suit, and so I think that that would be pretty manageable. Beach. And the day before actual homecoming, which is Thursday, is typically when we do our themed day. So that will be our chaos day. And then Friday, obviously, the day of homecoming, we usually wear, our school colors, our mums. It is definitely a school spirit day. So that's what I'm gonna be wearing for that. Okay, so I am pretty happy with the themed dress-up days. It's all something that I can do. It's all something that I am sure I will have fun with. And so let's just get this homecoming week started.
Monday morning had arrived and I was ready to embark on my homecoming week adventure. You can tell by my expression that I was very excited. I was mainly just frustrated by the fact that I would be having to change out of my current PJs into another pair of PJs. Fun fact, for pajama day, no one actually wears the clothes that they go to bed in, because the clothes that we actually sleep in are comfortable and not classy in the slightest. For my outfit, I chose to go with my very uncomfortable Playboy pajamas. I accessorized with some old raccoon slippers and a blanket to really seal the deal. I then went to my desk and began doing some very important work before class started. Once class had started, I was very disappointed that none of my classmates commented on my outfit. Maybe I should have added an eye mask, I don't know. But I had bigger problems. It suddenly occurred to me that I had not one, but 2 meetings of college representatives, and one of them was in 15 minutes. I sprinted to my room to change it to something more professional, and by that I mean anything but sleepwear. I settled on a red shirt and put my hair into a bun, but I decided to keep my Playboy pants on. Hey, if they don't see them, that means they don't exist. The meeting went fine, but I was eager to get back into my pajamas. Before my next class, I decided to have a headbanging session. What were we listening to? The Trooper by Iron Maiden, of course. This song is fantastic. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not sure what it is. It's just a song that makes you want to get up, start dancing, and go nuts. Tuesday's outfit proved to be a much more creative endeavor. We were throwing it all the way back to middle school. As I had mentioned before, during middle school, I had quite an impeccable wardrobe. It was during this time that I wanted to be treated like a grown-up by my parents, so my solution for that was wearing what can only be described as justice business casual. And did this new wardrobe make my parents start treating me like I was an adult with a mortgage, taxes, and a job? Nope. I wasn't even invited to sit at the adult table during Thanksgiving that year. Regardless, I was eager to recreate this outfit in particular. Funnily enough, I still had that panda shirt, but it was beginning to make its transition from a panda shirt into a panda crop top. I added one of these ugly shawls that I used to wear, and I also put on some cargo shorts and a braided belt that wasn't there to help me keep my pants up, but for some reason I thought it looked cool when I was younger. And finally, my blister-causing Toms. Now this is an outfit that says I don't need a kids menu. Oh, and I didn't mention that the shirt was a girl's size 6. Let me repeat that. A girl's size 6. How the shirt managed to get on and off my body without ripping, I will never know. Once again, no one noticed my outfit, but that was fine because I was busy finding derivatives. All in all, I believe this day just cemented the fact that I was and still am a fashion icon. Let's go to the beach, each! It has been a long time since I've actually been to a beach, so I was eager to recreate this experience to the fullest extent. First up, the outfit. I put on this sundress that I've had since I was 11. What is with me wearing clothes I am way too big for? You know what, after today, we might just have to retire this one. She was a fierce warrior and accompanied me to many a semi-formal occasion, but this might just be her last hurrah. Anyway, I added some fashionable sandals that people like to wear to the beach because they think they look cute, but then immediately want to burn when they realize that they have no arch support and will not be helpful when you're trying to run away from a vicious seagull. I then added a pair of sunnies to protect my eyes from the dreadful rays of Microsoft Teams in a coconut cup that I had left over from the multiple tropical themed birthday parties that I had as a child. But my final step in reaching beach-going authenticity: a very convincing beach Microsoft Teams background. My poor classmates must have thought that I was actually studying at the beach while they were at their desks. Don't worry guys, I'm here to tell you that I was at my desk that day. Sorry for being too convincing. But I did make sure to head outside. As a young child, I was taught to fear the sun since it can bring upon an array of judgment and melanoma. But I risked the sunburn in the name of sunbathing. It's chaos time, losers. When I was in middle school, every now and then we would have a dress-up day similar to today called Wacky Wednesday. The craziest I recall being was wearing a striped shirt with plaid shorts. We aren't playing those little middle school games anymore. That Allison was playing checkers. This Allison is playing chess. I was determined to make this outfit as chaotic as possible. First up, trousers. If you saw my revisiting my hip hop days video, you will recognize these pants. Yes, I still own these. I am emotionally attached to them and I can't think of a single thrift store that would want to take them. I then threw on this navy blue tank top to go underneath this. I honestly have no idea what to call this. A shirt, a sweater, a piece of string that you just drape on yourself? I don't know. I have had this thing since I was like 10 and I have never worn it, so I thought now is as good a time as any. And now time for shoes. Just guess what type of shoes I chose to wear. Just guess. That's right, my point shoes! I am trying to make this outfit make as little sense as possible, and I didn't tuck in the ribbons on purpose just to add to the chaotic aesthetic. Now for hair. I pulled my hair back into a JoJo Siwa side ponytail and added a sparkly blue flower. We were out of bows. I then added this ugly peace sign scarf in order to keep my neck warm, some of my Diwali bangles, and an old seashell ring to show that I was taken. By who? Jesus Christ Superstar! Okay, I should really stop talking. And just like that, I was ready to take on the world, causing entropy and disorder wherever I saw fit. During calculus, I definitely attracted a few stares and some messages from people asking me what the hell I was doing. But I didn't care. It was my day to be chaotic. Sadly, my outfit was getting in the way of my learning. It was impossible for me to take notes with my bangles on my wrists, so I had to set them on my Buddha. We were suddenly blessed with the gift of a 5-minute break, and I took the opportunity to throw another headbanging session. I played a very appropriate song for today, Sweating Bullets by Megadeth. This song is absolutely mental. You listen to it and you feel like you are losing your mind. By the end, you are an insane mess who thinks doing PK turns on hardwood while wearing pants you can't move in is a good and safe idea. Once calculus was over, I was reminded once again that I had another meeting with college representatives. But don't worry, this time I had a plan. I removed the tacky flower, undid my scarf, and pulled my hair up into a bun. I figured the shirt looked classy enough and went on my merry way. The day had finally arrived. It was homecoming time, losers, and I was ecstatic. I threw on my senior class t-shirt and put on my pink socks. I added my old cheer sneakers and went to do my hair. The night before, I thought long and hard about what I was going to do with my hair. It needed to be perfect. The image of Baby Spice popped into my head and I said, yes, pigtails. I can do anything in pigtails. Oh no. Oh please no. Allison, you idiot, this is not the move and you look ridiculous. I had some serious damage control to do. I figured braids would be a good choice and gave myself some very rushed and sloppy French braids. I then added some face paint from these face paint sticks that I found at the bottom of my art cabinet. And finally, the piece de resistance. My mum. If you aren't from the South, you might be thinking, what the hell is this? Well, I'll tell you. Mums are basically giant corsages that you wear on your body. The flower in the center looks like a chrysanthemum, hence the name mum. They are typically given as gifts between homecoming dates. The girl wears a mum around her neck and the guy wears a garter around his arm. And they can get pretty insane. They typically consist of a ribbon with a ship name for the homecoming couple. That means, unless you go with the same person each year, you need a new mum each year because your ship name is different. I think this is incredibly wasteful. Instead, freshman year I opted to get a mum with just my name on it so I could add the name of whoever I went with on a piece of paper. I went to class in my homecoming attire but spent the time counting down the minutes until we could start our homecoming festivities. First up, the turnabout games.
Welcome, losers, to the 2020 Homeschool Homecoming Turnabout Games! Woo! Thank you! As you can see, I will be playing my sister in a field hockey match to the death. Let it be known that she is a competitive high school field hockey athlete, and I have played field hockey once. Okay, let's play.
The match had started and the rules were simple. First to 5 points wins. No handouts, no freebies, no level playing terrain. Just field hockey. It was as primal as it could be. My sister took an early lead, but I came back with a vengeance. She was trying to intimidate me with her golfer stance. That was her weakness, her Achilles heel. While she was busy trying to show me up, I scored my first goal. The crowd went wild for my victory. However, my first victory was short-lived. My sister scored on me. It was time for a Hail Mary. What I was doing was clearly not working. My sister mentioned to me that you are allowed to use the entire stick. So I flipped the stick upside down and started playing with the grip. I hit energy and lots of it. I was determined with this new technique to finally claim my victory. Oh. Well, okay.
Thank you for attending the first and last homecoming homeschool field hockey turnabout game. The winner is Lily. As a token of your great valor, we bestow upon you a very special hat. Congratulations to our champion.
And now the most sacred senior tradition at my school, the pep rally senior run-in. Every homecoming, the seniors line up outside the gym and run in at full force, screaming and flying flags like a pack of banshees. They end up forming a tight circle in the middle and fall on the ground. They then stand up and perform a choreographed dance led by the cheerleaders. How was I going to recreate this event? I'll tell you. I created this flab by wrapping a green pillowcase around this old PVC pipe that I use when I want to pretend that I am a bow staff master. I secured the pillowcase to the top with an old rubber band and placed my hand on the bottom of the pillowcase to make sure it wouldn't fall off. I also choreographed a short dance number to wow the crowd, and I was ready to go.
Hello, losers! Woo! Thank you! Welcome, one and all, to the first annual homeschool homecoming pep rally. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, where are all of our lovely seniors? Well, I shouldn't have said all because there's only one. There's a single senior, but hopefully we shall be hearing from them soon. Thank you! Now, as a single cheerleader, I'm going to be leading you guys in some time-appropriate cheers. Hey, we got that beat, that homeschool. You're not dancing. You're not dancing like I invite you, and you're just not going to do the dance. At least you could follow along. Okay, so we're going to do it together. You ready? One last time, all right? Hey, we got that beat, that homeschool.
Start the camera. We are just not gonna talk about that. I wanted to continue the pep rally, so I had to replace my dad with my dog. I finished up with a display of my very rusty cheer jumps. Yes, I was a cheerleader for one season 3 years ago, and even though my jumps were rough, the crowd seemed to like them. And now for the last tradition of the night. During halftime of the homecoming football game, the seniors line up with their parents and walk across the field. Since my parents were banned from the homecoming festivities after my father's lack of pep was apparent, I had to settle for my dogs.
Presenting Allison, class of 2021, accompanied by her mother, Cara, and her father, Sherman.
And now for the final tradition of this adventure, the senior homecoming dance. I began by changing into my homecoming dress from last year, accompanied by some heels and some very uneven eyeliner. I then went to go pick up my date. It was my dog, and he was looking very snazzy in his blue tie. We both had the pre-homecoming dance jitters, but were excited to get inside nonetheless. The best part about this dance? I got to be the DJ. Last year, I went to my first winter formal, and I asked the DJ if he could play an AC/DC song, and he said no, because it wouldn't, quote, fit the vibe. End quote. Well, screw that. This was my party and my rules. We were playing straight metal. Once Symphony of Destruction started playing, I rushed to the dance floor. Now, it wasn't necessarily a slow dance song, but that didn't stop me and my date from busting out some moves. After realizing that I was not in kinky boots and therefore was not obligated to dance in 3-inch heels, I finally took them off. I was having an absolute blast, but there was someone at the party who wasn't having a blast. It became apparent that if my date had hands, he would have left a long time ago. You know what they say, if you love them, set them free. I was absolutely devastated. It wouldn't be the first time time I was abandoned at homecoming. It was time to dance all these emotions out. The sleeves of the dress were definitely hindering my range of motion, so I pulled them up and got to dancing. As I'm sure you can tell, I have this weird dance style where I like to combine ballet and contemporary dance with metal. For some reason, I think pirouettes look good alongside lyrics about Satan. Oh, and here's what you have to dance to when you don't have Spotify Premium.
Let's start with the free battery test. Where help is always in stock. Claims based on
Regardless of that, this homecoming dance was an absolute blast. I haven't had this much fun in a long time, and I ended the night just like everyone does after a dance, walking to my room looking like a total train wreck with a headache from all the headbanging I did.
Alright losers, thank you so much for watching this video. It took me over a month in total to make, so I really appreciate you guys making it to this point. And in this video, I just scratched the surface of recreating senior traditions. There are so many more senior traditions at my school that I could have recreated, but I just couldn't fit them all to this video. So please let me know if you guys want to see me recreate any more senior traditions. And finally, I just want it to be known that I have no animosity towards my school at all. I love my school, and I'm not mad that our homecoming traditions are not at the top of their priority list right now. They have a lot of other things that are a bit more important to be dealing with right now, so I'm glad that they're just putting their resources towards trying to find a way to teach us in this really weird learning environment. Alright, that's it for me. I'll talk to you later, losers.